よし。じゃあエターナルストランド遊んでみるか。新しいゲームを始める。イージーでいいよ。めんどくせえから。次の時代に生まれた戦士たちが、これ戦士ってウォリアーの方。まさかな。
all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation, the likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself in magical wall known as the
Enclave.
Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse. The world is calm, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades.
魔法は敬遠され
Weavers remain pariahs to this day. Most places tolerate it. While some weavers remember what it was like before the Surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago, but I'd be lying if I said it has lived up to all I hoped it would be. Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now, they've brought me here, where it all began.
Thanks.
Bryn, over here.
ブリン。
What do you think?
どう思う？
When you told me that joining your band meant
仲間になればベールが見られるって言ってたけど、こんなのだとは想像してなかったな。もう何年もここまで近づいた人間はいない。根元はなんだっけ、何身だっけ、俺。霧に覆われている。なんて読むんだっけこれ。根元ははーみ。霧に覆われている。これ折し読めない。あ、勝手に進んだ。読む前に中に入る道が見つからなかったんだ、これまではね。この道を解き明かすのがどんなに大変だったかお前にはわからないだろう。その話後で絶対聞かせてほしいな。私の望みはあの影の奥からアンクレイブの遺物を見つけ出すことだ。 私は残ってキャンプの設営を監督する。お前はとりあえず偵察に行ってみたらどうだ。リアリ？ Of course。他の織師たちがお前の現場での仕事ぶりを知っておくのも大事だからな。ただで交換した地図は監視塔が谷の奥にあると示している。ここからそう遠くないはずだ。それが一番最初の目印ってことだね。そう、折り糸道を探し始める前に現在位置を確認するのに助けになると思う。そして何か発見をすれば折師団とより一層親密な関係を築ける。確かにそうだね。私もみんなとうまくやりたいし。私は戦術板を見張っておく。まずいことになったら引き戻してやるから。とにかく網切りを避けることだ。これなんて読むんだっけ？ちょっと気になってきた。パッド。違う。溺れるとは違う字だもんな。何見これ。あった。絡めだ。絡み切りを避けることだ。出発前に質問は絡みって字が読めませんでした。教えてください。早く出発したくてうずうずしている。質問はないって彼女に伝える。質問はねえよ。異議なし。監視塔に向かう準備はできた。それはよかった。じゃあ行ってきな。
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like you practiced. Dom?
ダッシュ。
I'm on it.
ブー。
Fail. Even more impressive up close.
Just this. Should magnify the enchantment.
Thanks. Got visuals back.
Tangles. Beautiful.
And deadly. Give them a wide berth.
絡み切り。
The closer you get to the veil, the thicker they'll become.
スリップダメージが入ってしまう。へえ。そうなのか。
Until now.
Those could be rare exports.
You heard our quartermaster. Break them open.
川。 鉄。これ回復か。活力の薬。カメラもうちょっと頑張ってくれないか。A でジャンプ。
That wall is completely frozen.
We should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken.
熱い。
So if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Perfect. Knowing the watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road. You can come back to... What is that?
あれはなんだ。
There were rumors of
サンゴだ。
a mineral that grew deep beneath the Enclave's surface. It seems they were true.
There's more of it in that
サン
cave.
ゴだにゃん。
I could take a closer look.
Too risky to deviate from the plan. First outing was just to reach the watchtower.
This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the expedition.
洞窟を調べる。
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Dan's right about it being a living mineral. I can feel it humming with magic.
Wait, I'm losing...
Oria?
ダーゴン。
Bring connections back.
Was that a drink?
Yeah.
ドレイク。
Pulling you out.
Yes, breath. I knew this was a bad idea.
We can't extract you.
Dom, fix it. And Lane, tonics on
攻撃
standby.
軽いな。
Good. Head out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
It's an ash peak drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a path.
全然壊れないぞ。
Good. Darn's still working on the scribe, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the Vale, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it. Oria, that drake's acting like...
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Nice work. Keep moving.
ワンコが連れてかれちゃった。
Damn it, Casman was right. That drake is rotting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast. Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
弓いるこれ。弓いらん気がすんだけど。
If I'm reading the map correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
何これ、蹴りで戦ってる。これイージーでも結構あれやな。
That Drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
あれうん。
That's the path.
You're doing great, Bryn. Final stretch.
That can't be an ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years, let alone outside the veil.
The Archons never left the Enclave. Still, you need to get... You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan.
熱い。
What have you got? Trying, but she's too close.
バリア。
Skies. If this isn't the strangest.
僕も何が起こってんだかさっぱり。
Hang on, Bryn.
Everything okay back there?
Change of plans, everyone. Pack up. You're... What? We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow that arc.
アークとは一体。
We need to go. Now. Up ahead. Please.
Fine, keep moving.
Guys, the arc.
エターナルストランド。ポコン。
Has anyone else noticed we're practically sitting on a loom gate?
織物。俺たち織物の上に立ってるようなもんだってみんな気づいてる？
That can wait, Dom.
ラーム、それは後でいいから。
Oria, you should be resting.
オリアは休んだ方がいい。
If your wing
あなたの
isn't
翼が治らな
healed,
か
I'll
った
point us
ら
out of commission.
石膏が使い物にならなくなる。
That's what I need to address.
その話をしたいんだ。
While my wing recovers, Bryn will take over expeditions as our acting point.
私の翼が治るまでブリンが石膏代理として遠征を率いる。
You sure she's ready for all of
本
this?
当にあいつにそんな役目が務まると。
Bryn did face down an ash peak
ブリンは
to tell the tale. I think we're in good hands.
ハイトードレイク。
Yes. I have every confidence that she will
危
make
な 信じてる。
As long as we don't all die here first.
その前にみんなここでくたっちゃわない限りやな。はは。なんでもいいや。
Our arrival was rocky.
ここまでの道のりは険しかった。でもみんなで生き残るために私は全力を尽くす。
If we avoid unnecessary
不要なリスクを避
we'll
け
be
れ
back
ば
on our feet in no time.
すぐに立ち直れるはずよ。
I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
真面目に取り組んでくれて嬉しいよ。
Exactly.
そうです。
When we first set out to
メールの影の
we
調
had
査に
no idea we
初めて乗り出した時はここに来れるなんて思わなかった。
The Enclave was once a safe haven for all weavers, and the pinnacle of innovation.
アンクレイブはかつて全ての森氏にとって安息の地であり、技術革新の中心地だった。
Since the veil went up,
メールが立ち上がって以来、折氏は
stories that put children
数十年にわたるうんちゃらかんちゃら、子供たちは寝る前に魔法の邪悪さを伝える物語を聞かされている。
all because of what
全部ここで起こったことのせいなんだ。
we owe it to ourselves
私たちは自分たちのためにメイドで
to find out not just what
なぜ起こったのか突き止める義務がある。
maybe then
そうすればオリシは再び
find
この
our place in the
この世界に居場所を見つけられるかもしれない。
But first,
だがまずは生き延びることだ。
Bryn, that's you and
ブリン、
find
これは私とお前のことだ。準備ができたら会いに来てくれ。
adjourn.
では解散。この人ジャンプした方がものすごい速くない？
So after all the legends, this is it.
いろんな伝説があったけど、これがアンクレーブなんだね。
Legends for you, maybe.
お前には伝説かもな。私たちの中にはここで生まれたお主のもとで修行したやつもいるんだ。
Still, it is surreal to see it for myself now.
でもこうして目の当たりにすると夢みたいだな。お前はあそこに行って私の代わりに全てを目に焼き付けてきてくれ。
I was made for this, Aurea. Failure hasn't even crossed my mind.
私はこのために生まれてきた。失敗は頭をよぎったこともないよ。
Watch that ego.
そういううぬぼれには気をつけろ。自信過剰になってるとひどい目に遭うぞ。
That said, getting smacked in the face.
そうは言っても時々ひどい目に遭うのもお前の仕事のうちだな。学べるときに学んでおくことだ。
I know. I got this.
分かってるって任せてよ。
Anyway, enough with this.
とにかく干渉に浸るのはもう十分だ。
Expedition.
はい。
Thankfully, Lane Free has an old map of the Enclave.
幸いレインフレイがアンクレイブの古い地図を持ってるから方向がつかめる。
It's 60 years old.
60年も前のだけどな。
No chance it's accurate, but that's
30万円だから正確とはいかないだろう。そこでお前の出番ってわけだ。
I'll update it as I go.
道すがらアップデートしていくよ。
exactly. We've made
そう
camp
してくれ。
what was once a way station for caravans entering the Enclave.
私たちはアンクレイブに入るキャラバンの中継地だった場所にキャンプを張った。
Just below us is Glint
すぐ下にグリーンとウッド渓谷がある。
I've scanned it from the overlook.
アンクレイブの外れにある谷間だ。目につくものが2つあった。
A second loom
2つ目の
and
折り鬼門と
a giant statue. Hostile.
巨大な像みたいなものだ。アークかもしれない。
You can see it from here.
ここから見えるのずいぶん巨大なんだね。
If either is functional, don't.
どっちかでも動いてたらダームがパーティー開いてくれるよ。
I'll be with you on the scry.
先日版で見張ってるよ。
Hoping the connection will be
カラミンキリが
The path is
少なくなれば接続が強くなることを期待している。テントの脇に下に降りる道がある。
I'll head out now.
早速行ってみる。眠て。ねみてえよ、おら。テントどれ。
So this is a loom gate.
大きいな。
The Enclave constructed these for transit. Imagine being able to travel leagues instantly. When they were working.
There's no sign of damage. It just seems inert.
Deactivated, perhaps?
無効にされたのかな。それか単純にエネルギー不足とか。こんな強力な魔術には相当必要だろうし。
You'd know better than anyone
あな
else.
たなら私たちの誰よりもよくわかるでしょ。とにかくもしこれを動かしたなら。
Oh, possibly.
ああ、可能性はいろいろだな。
Places we could
いろんなところに行ける。最愛のダーリンの手を取って。
Darling wife, metaphorically, of course.
ああ、もちろん今のは比喩だよ。
People one at a time, too dangerous.
折り鬼門では一度に一人ずつしか移動できないからね。じゃないと危険すぎるだろうな。二人ともお似合いだね。
It's great to see a
お
couple.
互いにこんなに仕事への愛情を 共有してるカップルなんてすごく素敵。
Could have it any other way.
他にどうすりゃいいんだよ。
After being together for 7 years,
7年も一緒にいるからね。
something in common.
何か共通点ないとやっていけないよ。
Come, my love.
ちょっとダーリン、
Something in the archives.
俺たちの歴史を振り返れば何かあるはずだ。どういうこと？今のところ単純におもろないんだけどいつから面白くなる？
I've got you clear as a Sansa summer brin.
No interference from the Enclave.
None. The connection is much stronger than outside the Vale.
That's reassuring.
That's the edge of how far I can push the scry. It'd be like in the Vale's shadow all over again.
めっちゃ暗いじゃん。
More arcs.
I'm naturally happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility is strange.
赤鉄。
Fresh water in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
Hydra's Brook, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
ビリジアンの羊毛。ボムかよ。わかりづれえ。
What a beautiful view.
これどこに行けばいいの？黒だわ。なんか攻撃されてる。咳も出ますわ。何を探せばいいのか全くわからん。どこ行きゃいいんだよ。
Creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Dan will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, won't.
Just try not to poison him.
戦闘が面白くねえな。あ、戦闘が絶望的に面白くないんだけど。
Lakes are still. Why named after the spirit of flowing water?
I was right. It is an ark. A great one.
It isn't moving. I'll get a closer look.
見れねえ。カメラワークが。
An ark of the stricken earth, I would guess. Any chance you could bring a piece of it back to camp?
Doubt my sword is strong enough.
Too bad. Strange that it's just standing there.
Maybe the second loom gate will tell us more. Enclave constructs are believed to be interconnected in many ways.
This must be the second loom gate.
What's covering the base?
めんどくせえ、持ってくんなよこいつ。
A lot of debris on the platform. I could clear it with kinetic magic.
What about the loom gate itself? Is it functional?
No sign of life, but see that cloud of raw magic? It's leaking from the broken pipe near the edge of the platform.
So we have two powerless loom gates and a tangle leaking out of an enclave construction. I wonder if Lane still has that treatise we picked up in Taza.
And he's gone. Good news. Lane found a shortcut back to our camp for you, and we've got the wisp working.
The wisp?
Watcher's wisp. Channel a little magic to your earpiece. I'll redirect it to guide you from the scry to the shortcut.
There. With the debris gone, this loom gate doesn't appear to be in poor shape at all. I should see if the others have any ideas for this. I see the path.
Good. That should take you to the shortcut.
これファストトラベルとかないの？
That should be it. According to my map, it's a man-made tunnel that grants easy access to the way station.
Bryn's back. Let's fill her in.
ブリンが帰ってきた。話をしよ
We believe we found a way to activate the Loom Gate in our camp and in Glintwood Hollow.
う。このキャンプの折木門とグリントウッド渓谷の折木門を起動する方法が分かったと思うんだ。
What are we waiting
じゃあ
for?
何を持ってるの？
I want to be the first one to travel through
何を待ってるの？私はもう通る最初の人間になりたいんだけど、
It will be a defining
お前のキャリアの決定的な瞬間になるな。
So, how do we repair a loom gate?
What made the Enclave remarkable was not merely their constructs, but their ability to power them. It has long been rumored that beneath our very feet exists an extensive magical network known as the Tapestry. The pipe you found in Glintwood Hollow is proof of its existence.
グリントウッド渓谷で見つけたパイプが
Connects raw magic to the Loom Gates as a source.
なんたらかんたら。
And the tangle that formed around it was a leak.
Precisely. Our theory is that patching the rupture will restore power to the gate.
Thankfully, Seven Lane have a plan for that.
We don't know a lot about arcs, but I dug up some old stories from logs that we inherit in notes dated before the surge. This band managed to get one of the enchanters who worked on the arcs riotously drunk and talking.
Apparently, the Arks have a thin carapace between their skin and our armor plates that's nigh immune to magic and can be separated in segments. A magically resistant material like that would be perfect to seal a rupture in the tapestry.
So I need to cleave this carapace off the arc. There's no way my sword is strong enough.
Come see me and we can make some improvements to Sola's forge. Which, in turn, means...
I could hone your sword so we can cleave the carapace. No problem.
We'll talk.
Great foresight in removing the debris from the Loom Gates platform. We've got a clear workspace once the patch is forged.
Happy to be one step ahead.
Everyone's got a part to play in this. Let's get to work.
Hey, I know we need to fix up the forge, but before we do, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Sure. What's up?
I owe you an apology.
What for?
I've been a little cold since you've arrived, and I was just under a lot of stress with everything that happened.
You mean when we ran for our lives from a death cloud into a lost land?
Yeah, that, and losing supplies, and Arya getting injured, and then
Deluxe experience.
at the time, that's what it seemed like. But ever since we arrived, you made finding food and water a top priority. That's when I realised our Weaver band is in good hands. I underestimated you when I shouldn't have. And frankly, I was a jerk about it.
It's okay, Cass.
No, it's not. I really am sorry. I hope we can have a better relationship moving forward.
Thanks. That means a lot. Let's just start fresh, okay?
I'd love that.
So, I know Sola mentioned improvements to her forge meant being able... What does that entail exactly?
Unfortunately, the missing supplies I mentioned.
Is there a way I can help you restock?
Right now, we reserve the materials you bring back for your armors and weapons, because that's the priority. But, if there's anything you can spare, I can repurpose them into supplies for our campsite.
Sounds simple enough.
Glad to hear it. These are a great start. With the supplies we've got already, we could shape up our campsite. We lost a lot of stuff when we were running for our lives, and frankly, our setup is only half of what it should be. But we can rebuild.
What do you have in mind?
Like we discussed, Sola could forge better weapons with improvements to her smithy. Like honing your sword so it can cut through arc armor. Alternatively, Dom could certainly care better for their mantles with new tools for weaving. And to keep you in fighting form, having Lane's alchemical tools in top form is invaluable. There's no end to the improvements we can make around here. And everyone's lives would be safer for it.
What about you?
Me? Oh, I don't need anything.
Come on, there must be something.
I mean, would new shelves be nice? Sure. I also have some ideas for your supply pouches. But don't worry about me. I'm fine. Right now, improving Sola's forge is more important.
I know our band has made the most of what we've got so far, but who wouldn't like a fresh coat of paint? This is a great idea. You can count on me.
Thanks, Bren. Sola is delighted with the improvements to her forge. She can refine your sword as soon as you'd like. Great work, Bryn.
Turns out we make a pretty good team. This campsite will be top of the line in no time.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need to start directing a water flow to the camp. Maybe even install a fountain in the back. Would help to get a garden going in here too. Fruits, vegetables, medicinal herbs. Oh, that reminds me, we'll need the...
What? Do you ever take a break, you know, to enjoy a job well done?
Sure. Sometimes. Once there are fewer fires to put out, I'll relax. I swear.
Just try to remember, it's not the end of the world if you take a break. Someone will step in to help lighten
会
the
話
way.
パートめんどくせえな。
doesn't always feel like the others realize how much needs to get done.
Then tell them. Like how you told me we needed supplies. I stepped in to help, didn't I?
You did. I see your point.
The others will do the same.
Maybe. I'd better get back to work, but this was nice.
I knew we'd recover. We always...
Still a long way to go, but we'll get...
Speaking of, I've some... We've been scavenging around the way. They're stored away and ready for you. Should be enough.
Sounds like it's time to make something that can...
There you go. Not just good as new.
Now that I can cut the carapace free.
Whenever the band is collaborating on, at least normally, there might.
Any particular metal?
No, just once you...
やったー。何がやったじゃあ。嬉しくもなんともないわい。はあ、このゲーム眠たいわ。というわけでね、
So look, this plan to repurpose Carapace to fix the loom gates for Android?
Sam's idea. I only have...
これぐらいにしとこうと思います。はい、お疲れ様でした。終わりまーす。
Competition fidelity? You're both brilliant, just like this design.
I can agree with that.
I suppose.